How many teams in the West are you taking over your Lakers right now?
I'm not really sure I'm taking any right now.
That then gives us our top tier, which is the committee's projected NBA Finals, the Celtics and the Lakers.
Can the Lakers or will the Lakers beat Denver in the 7-game series? Absolutely. Will they beat the Memphis Grizzlies in the 7-game series? Absolutely. Will they beat the Timberwolves, the Rockets, Golden State Warriors in the 7-game series? Hell yeah, they will.
If I got to put money on Lakers versus OKC or Lakers versus Memphis or Lakers versus Houston, I mean, I got to roll with the OGs on that one.
I think it's the perfect matchup for the Lakers as a first-round series. The only team I'd feel more confident in them beating is Memphis.
Who's your daddy?
Hey, man, we got Luka, Danny. I can't help it. Where's the parade? Can we just have the parade?
But I will say we got disillusioned.
When it comes to LeBron James' 22-year NBA career, it's been filled with countless playoff gaffes, goofs, embarrassing moments, big-time crushing losses, and fourth quarters where he simply does not show up. And of course, when LeBron's team gets bound to the playoffs, what happens in the days, weeks, even months afterwards? Everyone but LeBron James will be blamed and tossed under the bus.
One of the biggest reasons the Lakers are down 3-1 is because the guy who was supposed to be the best player in the series has been the third best. Because it has been Ant, LeBron, Luka. Yep. And LeBron has been wildly impactful on the defensive end.
That play happens all the time. You know, hand is part of the ball. That's what they say. And, I feel like the hand was a part of that ball. I was able to get his hand on top of the ball stripped down.
Well, it shows it there that was on the hand on the wrist.
One of my biggest gripes with LeBron James is that when things are going well, the team's winning, he's playing fantastic. You know, he'll talk a big game, puff his chest out, and be super confident. But when the tide turns, things aren't going well, LeBron James just kind of tucks his tail and runs for the hills. That right there for LeBron James has been a theme of his career. And look, LeBron James doing that, of course, is cowardly, pathetic, we all hate it. But if you're LeBron James, why would you stop doing it? Sites like ESPN, Fox Sports, the people they have in charge, they're not going to say anything to call you out for your obvious buffoonery. If anything, they'll cape up for you, push the narrative that you're not the problem, it's not your fault, it's your teammates, the coach, and the GM. At this point in LeBron's career, the media, they're in his back pocket. Game 1 of the Minnesota series, Luka Doncic, he had 37 points in Game 1, LA's best player by a mile. After Game 1 though, who got the blame for not playing up to standards?
Luka, a lot of people may whisper behind your back, but damn it, I'ma say it to your face. It's time for you to stand on business. I understand you had 37 points. I don't even care about that.
Well, I mean, obviously, you're only as great as your teammates, allow you to be as well.
He scores 25, and he's done a lot of the defensive handiwork on Doncic, even though Luka scored 37.
Doncic comes out of the pack. Finds James a clear path inside, misses the layup. Finney Smith's done a good job off the bench. James blocked by Conley. You've got to do better.
Now, the hypocrisy of the NBA media right here, it's really obvious. LeBron James, Game 3, scored 38 points, had himself a ball game. Now, LeBron scoring 38 points, the media absolves him of all criticism. Luka scoring 37, he should have had 50, done more for LeBron James. That right there is an obvious media bias and the obvious slant of the narrative in LeBron's favor. For the majority of LeBron's career, if he gets his numbers, points, boards, and assists, to the media and LeBron James, he's done his job, he's cool. The team loses, it's not on him. He had 35, 12, and 10. He did his job.
I'm averaging a triple-double in the finals. I'm pretty good.
James drives on Thompson, layup, missed it. James falling away. Love to inbound. Finds James. James blocked by Iguodala. Ball loose.
I'm pretty good.
Game 3 and 4 versus Minnesota was a classic LeBron James game of putting up great stats and faltering in the fourth quarter. As looking at both those games in the final 5 minutes, LeBron James combined was 0-3 shooting, had 1 costly turnover in 10 total minutes of play. LeBron in both those games absolutely choked in the fourth quarter, and did nothing.
Again, he's 40 years old, Booz. It is not a criticism to say that he was brilliant on Friday night trying to carry that team basically by himself.
Finney Smith and Hachimura got tied up. James fell out of his hands, picked up by McDaniels. McDaniels down the lane, inside, layup, good, and the foul. Tied up, Randall played him well. Back to Finney Smith, into the hands of James, fires up a three, side of the backboard.
It was tough to watch LeBron trying to gut that out in that fourth quarter yesterday when it was obvious he just had nothing left.
No, Brown was outstanding yesterday. Obviously, he did a great job, triple-double alert.
Doncic to James. James puts up a three. Rebound McDaniels. James looking to throw it into the front court. Bounce pass, deflected and stolen by McDaniels.
Triple-double alert.
LeBron, for the first 40 minutes of a game, throwing out that stiff arm, traveling in the paint, he can do that all day long. When it comes down to nut crunch time, this dude, time and time again, gets really, really passive, and that ball becomes a hot potato. And what are we always told? LeBron James' IQ, it's off the charts, he's so smart, he's a basketball computer. That's what we're told. Late in games, LeBron James routinely just makes these idiotic plays that leave you scratching your head. That inbounds pass to Luka Doncic, it screams basketball dunce, not basketball savant. And if you want to talk the worst inbounds pass this season, it's not even that one. LeBron's pass versus the Bulls was even more costly and more idiotic.
2-point game, 9.8 left. Oh, loose ball, Diddy to steal, right for the lead. Yeah! Big-time plays, big-time plays.
Again, he's 40 years old.
So stopping LeBron's basketball brilliance right there, when it comes to this dude time and time again, just makes these dumbfounding plays that any all-time great should not be making. And for LeBron James, of course, I guarantee you, has some excuse, the floor was wet, the ball was slick, something was wrong where it wasn't his fault. LeBron at this point is a veteran in excuse making. And looking at his podcasting head coach, JJ Redick, well, he isn't that level yet, he's quickly getting there.
What was your vantage point on the inbound that was a turnover?
Well, let's just start with Luka got tripped. I mean, that was a blatant trip. He doesn't just fall on his own. We watched it.
He's a liar. So stopping Redick's complaining right there, if you wonder why him and LeBron James are so friendly, so close, that sums it up in about 15 seconds. Both LeBron and Redick look for excuses at every single turn. And of course, by sheer coincidence, both Redick and LeBron James are massive hypocrites, as Redick just a year ago on ESPN was grilling Doc Rivers for making excuses. Now Redick's head coach is doing the exact same thing.
I've seen the trend for years.
What's the trend?
The trend is always making excuses, but it's always an excuse. It's always throwing your team under the bus. There's never accountability with that guy. There's never accountability.
Ironic. For both Redick and LeBron James, they're massive hypocrites who can't take any criticism. Look at someone like Charles Barkley. To a lot of Lakers fans, Charles is a quote-unquote hater because he told the truth all season long. This Lakers team prior to getting Luka, they were a mediocre team. After getting Luka, they marginally improved, but their championship aspirations were never legit. Charles was saying that day in, day out, what that got him branded as was a hater, when in reality, he was telling the truth that everyone could see on the basketball court.
And let me tell you something else, Greg. This thing is not going to be smooth in L.A. with him and LeBron, because both of them want the ball 100% of the time.
Luka and LeBron could get 30 each, but they can't compete
Greg,
on the backboard.
Hey, Greg. And they both can give up 30.
Yeah.
For someone like Barkley having an opinion that might be slightly negative, inconvenient to Lakers fans, that would get you deemed as a hater and someone who quote-unquote is too negative. Nowadays, NBA players, NBA coaches are so sensitive. If you don't say they're winning the championship, building a dynasty, you to them are hating and taking shots at them. And one of Charles' big-time points that was proven right for the LeBron-Luka offense. Late in games, what do these guys do routinely? It's your turn, my turn. He's watching, he has the ball, there's no movement whatsoever. In this series versus Minnesota, that phenomenon has been seen nearly every single game.
Vertical challenges by the rim, they've made it really difficult on LA. And Gobert got Broda.
Hey, now we're talking. Luka tried to blend Randall, couldn't. James able to knock down that three, but boy, if Rudy Gobert is near the rim and you can lob it up to him,
Had a terrific first game. Doncic well beyond the arc.
You know, Luka does not move without the ball. LeBron does not move without the ball. There's going to be some serious growing pains when those two try to play together. Now, they're both great players, don't get me wrong. But LeBron wants the ball, and Luka definitely wants the ball. So it's going to be very interesting how that work out.
All three of those stars, Doncic, James, and Reeves, played 40 minutes the other night as Doncic's first shot won't go. Since out there for the Lakers. Here comes Doncic. Shot clock at 7. Step back. Three-pointer. Can't get it. Go back. 35-point outing for Anthony Edwards. Reeves with 6 to shoot. Doncic long three-pointer. Won't go.
So stopping that right there, the Luka LeBron offense, when it's humming, those guys are making shots, it looks halfway decent. When those guys aren't making shots, the role players are struggling, it's a really tough watch. And looking at their playoff ranks among the 16 teams, in ISO points per game, they rank second. Of course, the film backs that up. In passes per game, they rank 10th, the bottom half. In assists, they rank 12th, in the bottom 5. This Lakers team's offense is straightforward and simple. It's Luka, LeBron James, and a bit of Austin Reeves. Besides that, guys like Rui, Finney-Smith, the occasional Vanderbilt Goodwin minutes, those are just watching, waiting, reacting to those players who have the ball 24/7. Now, looking past the Lakers' stagnant offense, when it comes to the dumbest coaching moves of all time, JJ Redick in Game 4 pulled an all-timer. In the second half of this game, the starters played every single minute. He didn't make one substitution.
Ah, dang it, what an idiot!
That right there is Tom Thibodeau on steroids, and a cardinal sin for any NBA coach. So I don't care how well conditioned you are, how good a shape you're in, playing 24 straight minutes at a playoff game, that's a very tall task. Like we saw for the Lakers, their players in the fourth quarter gassed out and had nothing in the final minute. If you want to assign blame who's his loss on, you could look at LeBron, Luka, Reeves, a lot of the players. For me, Redick making that mistake, that trumps all the players what they did on the actual floor. Even someone like David Adelman in Denver, who's been around for 5 games, really has no depth, no bench, made subs in the second half. This series for Redick, it's been an absolute disaster, because even in Game 1, this team, they were not prepared. After Game 1, Redick, what did he say? Well, you know, Minnesota, they were hungrier, they were more physical, they took the battle to us. And think about that. The Lakers are the 3rd seed with home court advantage. If you're a legit championship team, you don't lose Game 1 at home after a week and a half of rest and taking it easy. As a head coach, the first job you have is preparing your team. Redick in Game 1 couldn't even do that. And of course by Game 4, was doing stuff not even rookie head coaches do, like David Adelman. JJ Redick's honeymoon phase in LA, it's effectively ended. And look at this comparison. Redick's first year in LA, he won 50 games, he's going to lose in the first round. Darvin Ham's first year in LA, yes, they only won 43 games, but they made the West Finals. And that second year, they won 47, lost in 5 to Denver, the defending champions. Darvin Ham in 2 years, I'd say both seasons, was more successful than Redick, who has Luka Doncic and LeBron James.
Embarrassing!
Darvin Ham's biggest crime as a head coach was not having ESPN in his back pocket, refusing to criticize him, and not being best friends with LeBron James. For Darvin Ham, that was by far his biggest crime. So that right there is the end of the video, and I'll say one last thing. Looking at LeBron's tenure in Los Angeles post-2020 in the bubble, it's the same pattern every single year. And what you're going to see this week, this weekend, is the entire media pile on Luka Doncic and the Lakers supporting cast, not named LeBron James. That's how it always goes, and how it will go this season. And look, I've already seen it. Even someone like Nick Wright, a Luka fan, but a bigger LeBron fan, has thrown Doncic under the bus just like that. And looking at ESPN, people like Mike Greenberg, Kendrick Perkins, the same lame excuse. We know LeBron James, he's 40, he's old. That excuse right there, I've heard it since LeBron James was 34 in Cleveland. It gets repeated every single year LeBron loses and comes up short, because the media has no integrity and no standards for LeBron James. As always, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.